again with another dolly video, and I forgot it cuts off, so it's probably gonna cut that off, so we're gonna wait. Yay. And while we're waiting, okay, I think it's been long enough. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another dolly video. And if you saw the title, then this is a how-to video, and this is how to repair your ideal Giggles doll who has stopped giggling. So this is the Giggles I got a while back. Not really a while back, but about a week ago, I'd say. And I haven't been able to repair her because I haven't had any balloons to put inside her to make her giggle. So, in the meantime, I just washed and conditioned her hair, and I used the Dawn dish soap and conditioner. So her hair is uber duper shiny, and her facial coloring is spectacular, along with those cute little eyes that are nice and clean now. And yeah, so obviously with this, I already have her apart. But if yours is not apart, what you're gonna have to do is just remove the 5 screws in her back, and then she'll just kind of come apart. And then what you're gonna see is, this is one part of what you're gonna see. There's a little weight in here. This is what makes her giggle. If you can hear that, that's her little plunger that pushes down on the rubber to make her giggle, because there is a little squeaker down in here, like a dog toy squeaker. And then you're also gonna see this. This is like her little mechanism, which makes her do what she does. It's like you put her arms forward, and then this goes back, and then out, and then in, yeah. And then this goes against the little weight, and it pushes it back and forth and releases it, causing her to giggle. So, obviously what you're gonna wanna do first is get her apart, which I've already done. And then this front half here, her weight is kept on with a little screw right here. So you are gonna wanna remove that. And then there is 2 little plates in between the weight. So you're gonna wanna remove this screw and then keep all of this together. So we're just gonna do that and remove this screw here. And you're gonna wanna hold it in place with your thumb at the bottom, because it will wanna tip up and everything will want to fall out of place. But Giggles is honestly a very easy repair. Really all you need is just a balloon, a screwdriver, and some scissors. And then just put this screw to the side, aside from the other screws that you take out of her back, because I think they're different. So you don't want to mix up the screws. Okay, so now here is her weight. Set that to the side. And then you're gonna see this in here. This is where her little squeaker is, down in here with her little, there's a little plunger in there. You can see right there, it's kind of sticking out. That's her little plunger that goes back and forth to make her giggle. So really what you want to do is pop this cap off right here. And usually what I do is I use a flathead screwdriver. And then you can see also up in here all the old deteriorated plastic or rubber or whatever it was they used to make her giggle. So let's see, do I have a flathead out here? I do. Okay, so let's see if we can just pop this off real easy. Sometimes it's not as easy as other times. Ooh. Like that one was fairly easy. However, it did break one of the posts holding it in place. Okay, and then you can see all in there, there's her squeaker, and then all that deteriorated rubber O-ring stuff, whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to get all of that out of there. And then, that's not going to work. That's not going to work either. Alright, so now that you have that off, here's her little plunger thing. And then here's the inside of her speaker. And then I'm just going to get all of this other O-ring faded rubber deteriorated off of there. As much of it as I can. Sometimes it won't come off, and that's okay. But really all you need is just for this part to be clear. Okay, now what you want to do is take your balloon, which I have right here. I bought some today. And then what I'm going to do is cut it off, just cut this little tail end off right here. Just like that. Actually, you could probably do more than that. You could probably just do like, just cut this whole balloon, just like in half. Okay, so now we have the top half of the balloon. And then take it, stretch it out, and then you're gonna put it over this right here. So I'm gonna see if I can try to angle you guys so that you can see what I'm doing. It's probably not gonna be the greatest, and I apologize. Actually, I'm gonna do it down here, just so I can hold this in place. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. So now you're gonna take your balloon right here and just stretch it over this whole thing. Actually, what you could do, I don't know why I never thought of this, is just take it and stretch it over this whole piece, put the plunger in here so it looks like this on the inside, and then stretch the balloon over that. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Okay, so kind of like this. And just kind of pull that up as tight as you can so it doesn't rip. And then what I do is I kind of twist it so it kind of keeps it tight in place. So you kind of twist it there. And then I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna put this whole thing back onto this here. If I can. Just like so. All right, and now if you've done it correctly, she should giggle again. And now, zoom this back out. So now that you have your piece back in, and she giggles, kind of sounds like a little bird chirping. What you can do is cut off all this excess, all the excess balloon there. Which is kind of hard to do if you have big scissors. Okay. Now, you're not gonna always get it perfect, but you can see mine's kind of, but you want it up enough to where it sits up above this and then it doesn't go down underneath it because it could tighten back up and reel back in. But yeah, so now she giggles again. And now what you're gonna wanna do is take your weight that you put to the side, little weight right here, and just put that back into place. And it's probably gonna try and wanna fight you with the two little things on the top and the bottom, but you kind of just have to work with it. Okay, and then the screw for it that you have set aside. All right, and tighten that screw. So now when she giggles, she'll sound like that. So now that you have this back into place, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your arms, and there's a little spring on here with a little hook. And this little piece right here goes through, there's a little hole right here, and it goes through there. So when you put your arm neck back on, you're gonna want that to go through there. But first what I do, well actually yeah, I'll do that. Do this, and then this is kind of the complicated part because you have to like hold everything in place. So her arms are this way, so she's gonna go like this, and then there's two little grooves there, and they sit right on top of these bars. So just like that. And then you're just gonna put her back into her spot. And this is, like I said, the complicated part, so I'm gonna have to angle you down this way. Hopefully you can see what the hell I'm doing. Alright, so, and then she just kind of goes, she's completely just not wanting to stay in one piece. Alright. So, and then she just goes down like this. And like I said, this is the complicated part. Let's see if I can do it this way. Because you need like a million hands to just even do any of this. Okay, let's get this back into here first. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be super complicated, so I might have to do this off camera for a minute because this spring keeps wanting to come out. And that spring is somewhere right there. Okay, so we can get this on there correctly. Okay, that goes through there. Now this goes there. Okay. Now, so now it's kind of going to look like this. That little post goes through right there with the spring. And now her head is going to go on. If it'll kind of stay. And then I usually turn her head backwards like this so that I can see where it sits. Okay, kind of like that. Alright, and now just have to kind of hold everything in place, and then her legs go on. This is where you need like a million hands. So hopefully everything should look like that on the inside. Like where her neck is sitting, and then this little post that goes through there. And then if everything is in its place correctly, you should be able to put her back together and everything should work as it should. Okay. Alrighty. So now she's pretty much back together. And her head is facing that way. So I'm going to put only 2 of these screws in. And then I'm going to see how she does. Giggle-wise. Actually, I'm just going to put all these screws in because she went together fairly easy. So while she's together the way she is, I'm just going to get her together. So that way, if I do it with only 2 screws in, something doesn't fall out of place. 2, 3. And don't get me wrong, this can be a very, very aggravating repair. But sometimes if you've done it enough times, it gets a little easier every time. Alright, and last screw. Alright. So now, if everything is done correctly, she should giggle. Just like so. And she is just like the cutest little thing. Except she works better. Oh, there you are. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Y'all froze. But yeah, so that is how to repair your ideal Giggles doll. And I hope this video was helpful. And if it wasn't, just shoot me a comment and I'll do another video and try to make it look a little easier. I know there were some parts that were off camera, but you know, I did the best I could. But yeah. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, like, and subscribe, and hit that little bell notification wherever it may be, so you know when I go live with more dolly videos. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a dollarific day. Adios.